What is going on, squad? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Internet podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark, and in today's episode, I'm joined by my midget friend. He's short, he's bald, he's growing a hairline, his hair transplant has come through. His name is Cole Lewis Shortman Da Silva. Welcome to the stage, brother. How you doing?
All right, we're going to have a good time today. We're going to be diving into some subjects that I feel like are going to rub people a different way, which is very cool. And before
this is Cole's podcast too, by the way. I just fucking took.
Well, I wasn't even going to say that. I was literally like, what should we call the podcast, guys? All right, we've been thinking about starting another show that just has the joint episodes instead of consistently making people have to find them on our podcasts, but we don't know what to call it. Realistically, it's probably just going to end up being called the Brian and Cole Show. Like, bro.
After all that.
There's a bunch of different ones. Like, I don't want it to sound like some alpha douchey show, all right?
Two dudes, one mic.
Two dudes, one mic. Fucking.
That's actually kind of funny.
Is that a podcast name yet?
We should look that up. That's fucking funny. Two dudes,
Everybody
one mic.
I'll do that right now. 100%.
Two dudes, one mic is fucking funny.
Let's ChatGPT that. Give me 1 second.
Two dudes, one mic is fucking.
Two dudes, one mic a podcast name right now? All right, we're taking that 100%.
Dude, I feel like that's it.
We're taking it. So, what's going on, fam? Welcome back to another episode, the first episode of Two Dudes, One Mic, and we're going to have a very fun conversation today.
That's such a funny name. Two dudes, one mic.
I like it. All right, take it away. What are we talking about?
Guys, today we are talking about the fucking friends that you currently have and the heartbreaking reality that the people that are in your life right now are not going to be there when you make it. And that's a very fucking bold statement to make. You know, the friends that you have right now are not going to be the same friends that you have when you're successful. And that's actually like, it actually feels kind of fucked up to say out loud. And because like when I look at my circle of friends and I look at the people that are in my life, like I genuinely want what's best for them. You know, I genuinely want them to fucking be happy. I genuinely want that for them. And I also at the very same time have this like idea of this type of life that I want to live. Like I know how much money I want to make, what kind of cars I want to drive, what kind of house I want to live in, like what standards I have for myself. And so I'm like, as much as I love my friends, I'm not willing to compromise the place that I'm trying to get to or the destination I'd like to reach or my own quality of life to keep somebody in my life that isn't willing to walk that fucking path with me.
And that's the conversation right now, because we always hear, it's the classic saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And there's the breakdown. We talked about this with Matt Orlando on the podcast the other day. If you hang around 5 drug addicts, you'll become a drug addict. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you'll become a millionaire. It's the classic rah-rah concept behind it. And Matt even talked about how the best decision he ever made was following our guidance on the Mindset Call, where we made him get in a U-Haul, leave Calgary, drive to Kelowna. Since he came here a year ago, he's transformed his entire life. The reason why this conversation is so prominent and why it is needed to be had is because there's going to be a thought process that most of you guys think through when we say these things, or when you see fucking billionaires and ultra successful people say these things. And that's bullshit, man. Like, I've been trying to grow my entire life and like, I refuse to leave my friends behind. But what happens when you are consistently trying to get out of the hole and the friend keeps telling you, bro, just relax, man. Chill. Why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to push so hard? Why are you so obsessed? It's just a beer. It's just some fast food. Just relax with me. Dude, I haven't heard from you in forever. Like, what? Do you not like me anymore? I texted you 3 days ago. Like, you didn't text me back instantly. Is something wrong? The conversations change. And that's why this conversation is so prominent, because there have been dozens of times over the last decade where me and you have had an individual come into our lives, either both of our friends or one of our friends, that we have tried to literally fucking drag with us. I'm not wanting you to be like me. I don't need you to be like me. I don't need you to be an embodiment, an extension of me, but I want you to see success, and I need you to come with me in order for us to associate, because I refuse to go to the bar.
Dude, and I fucking love that mentality, because let's even just think about the word, like the drag. Like, what does that actually mean? Because one of the things that you said that I hadn't considered, but it makes a fuckload of sense, is the conversations are different. Like, dude, I remember when I used to hang out with this one dude, we would go out like every weekend, and we'd go out every weekend. We'd get fucked up. We'd like troll the bar for girls, whatever. And like, that was like, we thought it was fucking funny. We would smoke weed. We would just do dumb shit. And then as I started to like get serious about my personal development, and as I started to get serious, this guy still wanted to smoke weed. He still wanted to like, and then he stopped going out, but he was still smoking weed every single day. Every time he'd come over to the house, he'd be fucking baked. And I'm like, you know, after I got sober for like 6 months, I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? He's like, okay, yeah, you're right. I'll quit. And then he would just fucking do it behind my back. And then he would just fucking, he'd always be fucking high. And I'm like,
Mhm.
dude, like you can't fucking do that. Like, you know, I'm like, you can't walk into my fucking house baked all the time. Like,
And-
just not like,
And that's it. I feel like when this conversation happens, a lot of individuals retract and get defensive because they get defensive seeing or thinking that we want them to change for us. When in reality, it's less about us and it's more just about the environment itself.
yes.
That's it. Like, I don't give a fuck if you have a drink. I'm sober as fuck. All of you guys, except for Daniel, all right, will still have a drink from time to time. It does not affect me at all. But I know that I don't need to disassociate because you guys are driven and motivated. The individuals that I used to hang out with that are full-blown fucking alcoholics, I needed to disconnect from because their entire personality is alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you drink. It just reaches a point where if every single time I am with you, all you want to do is drink and go to the bar, I can't be in that environment anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I need to disassociate. And that's where the conversation needs to be had and why we want to have the talk for you guys today. Because in order to grow, you need to do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What's the classic saying? If nothing changed, nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. If nothing changes, nothing changes. I didn't want to be an alcoholic anymore. So I needed to get sober and stop hanging out with people that only ever wanted to go to the bar. I realized who my friends were because it wasn't like I was attached to them as a sober individual where we could hang out and talk about anything. The only conversation that we could have was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the conversation needs to be had.
Yeah. And I think that this, like, I think what individuals listening to this podcast need to understand is that the reason that you don't have the result that you want right now is because you're not yet the person that's capable of achieving that result.
Agreed.
Because if you were capable of achieving the result, you would have already gotten it. And
Mhm.
so in order for you to achieve the result, you must first become the person that is capable, worthy, and deserving of achieving the result.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't like that statement because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm worthy as I am. No,
No,
you're
you're not.
fucking not.
No, you're not.
Because if you were worthy as you were, you would already be making the money.
Yeah.
You need to fucking become the person that sees your own worth, that sees your own value, that
Yes.
like that believes in yourself to the point where you're like, yo, I fucking know I'm going to be successful. I deserve to be successful because that's
Yeah.
all I'm going to tolerate.
Yeah.
And like somebody like that has high standards for themselves. If you're hanging out with somebody that has low standards for themselves and they don't care what they look like and they don't care if they're drinking all the time and they don't care if their life is in shambles, when those two people hang out, one of two things is going to happen. Number one, the person that has high standards for themselves will lower their standards for themselves to associate with the person that has low standards because they don't want to diminish them or make them feel insignificant in their own presence.
Yes.
Or thing number two, the person that has low standards for themselves will raise to meet the new standard because they feel inspired by this person that's stepping up and taking action and becoming a better person.
Yes.
But most people that have low standards, when they're around people that have high standards, feel insecure, so
Yes.
they talk shit.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, why you fucking waking up so early, dog? Like, why aren't you going out to the bar anymore, bro?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I thought we used to fucking spend our evenings playing fucking Mario. Like, what's
Mhm.
going on?
Like, dog, I used to know you when you were an alcoholic. Don't act all high and mighty.
Boom.
Homie, remember when you used to be passed out in the fucking back? What you walking around like a motivational speaker now? I've heard these things, dude.
Yeah.
I've had people DM me and be like, dude, you act so high and mighty. I knew you when you used to be a drug addict. And I literally responded back, cool. That guy's dead. That mentality right there is what you guys don't understand. Stop associating with individuals that would like to drag you back down to where they are.
That's another thing I want to fucking point out. Is there some people in your life, when you hang out with them, they refuse to see you as you are now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look at you as you are now.
They look
It's like there's some people in your life, as soon as they look at you and they're like, hey, remember when you used to get fucked up?
Uh-huh.
Oh, bro, remember that one night when we were out, it was fucking 4:00 in the morning and you were fucking absolutely dingled and then you said this thing to this person and then that happened? You fucking remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're just reminding you of this old fucking identity, this old version of you that you like are no longer associating with. And it just drags you fucking back down.
And the reason why most of them do this, again, assumption, but the reason why most of them do this is due to the fact that your current identity makes them feel insecure or uncomfortable in some way. They are more comfortable with the person that you used to be because you used to be just like them. The biggest reason that I have seen, and I'm assuming you're going to agree with this, that most people, when we are on the come up, when you are on the come up, when you are trying to transform your life, will try to diminish your success, will try to drag you back down, will try to make you feel insecure, insignificant in your growth pattern, is because they used to be at the same level as you,
Yep.
and they feel like they can't do what you are now doing.
Mm-hmm.
They've either tried and quit, or they've never tried because they don't believe in themselves to the degree that they could achieve that success. So instead of pushing themselves through the failure of trying, falling on their face, doing what is necessary, growing, changing, they would rather keep you the same.
Dude, and here's the hard part, right? So like I agree with that statement. And like I almost feel like it's easier to cut those fucks out, you know?
Mhm.
Like somebody that's like, like, well, people listening to this podcast, it might not be easier for you because you have like a deep sense of loyalty. And so like even for me when I first got started, I remember the first person that I like actually like cut off. It was like I literally felt like I was fucking shattered into like a million pieces. I'm like the first person that I was like, I've been friends with you for fucking 15 years.
Yeah, I remember.
And I cut him off. I'm like, I can't fucking do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like I literally felt like I was shattered into a million pieces. But then on the other side of that, fucking boom.
Skyrocket.
But so like I feel like that, like cutting off people that are like actively dragging you down is almost easier.
100%.
Here's the hard part. The
Mhm.
hard part is when you have to cut off people that are like, the people that are trying, but they're not adding value to your life anymore.
Yeah, it's the giver and taker mentality.
And it's not like they're bad people. It's just they're actually taking value because they're in your life.
Mhm.
And they're like actively slowing you down, and you know it and you can feel it. And like even though they're good people, it's like I know that when I'm around this person or this person being in my life or this person being a part of my company, I'm like, I know for a fact that we're fucking slowing down.
Mhm.
And it's like, this is the hard part, is because when I have people in my life that I deeply give a fuck about, I literally do everything I can to lift them up. Everything. Like
Mhm.
I'll give the shirt off my own back to like help somebody else like become a better person and help them level up and help them develop more skills and help them become a better person, especially if I know that they're trying.
Yeah.
But the fucking hard part is like, I'll be honest, like this is something that I struggle with that I'm still working on to this day. Like I have a hard time like cutting people off when I know that they're not willing to do the work, but they're almost pretending like they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's the mentality of people hide their laziness behind false ambition. So they will talk about what they would like to achieve and the dreams that they have, but then they will consistently make excuses or put on a front to over exaggerate the work that they are willing to do. That's the saying that I heard in the past that I associate with, because I completely get it. And it's something that you guys might be struggling with right now, where you are trying to get better mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, wherever you are currently trying to grow. And you have people in your life that see the journey that you're on and would like to join the journey that you're on. But when it comes down to the effort produced, you are at 100% and they are always at 50. So you feel like you're putting in so much. And then when you are with this person, instead of them boosting you up with wins or success stories or the grind that they are on, they're still, again, associating with their old selves. They're still having quote unquote low value conversations. And I don't like saying that to the degree because, again, this isn't even like a shitting on people conversation. This is just a reality conversation. It's something that you guys are going to need to understand how to identify and move through if you would like to grow.
I want to play that fucking video that you sent to me. You guys need to listen to this video. This fucking hit me like a ton of bricks today.
We were a lot of different businesses. The hardest thing was zero to 15 million in revenue.
Yeah, it's very hard.
You know what the hardest part for me going from 15 to 50 was? How few of the people that got us from 0 to 15 were going to be able to stay on our team to get to 50.
Let me tell you a crazy story.
That is heartbreaking.
Let me tell you a crazy story. Back in the day, I got mentored a little bit by Fred DeLuca, the founder of Subway.
Oh, yeah.
I met him at a show. I will never forget this. He says to me, listen, I'm going to give you some really good advice. Just start a franchising. I had one franchise. He said, I want you to go back and look at your team, and I want you to look at everyone really, really well. If you have one person still with you, in the next couple of years, consider yourself lucky because they're all going to be gone. And this is like coming from a billionaire, Fred DeLuca. And I'm like to myself, what is he talking about? Like, this one, they're going to be here forever. They're all gone. I only have one person that's still here, actually, who's actually my controller. And she was the only person who's seen our first office. She's been able to pivot, get real uncomfortable, step outside that comfort zone and grow. But it's so true.
The reason that's so fucking important is because of everything we just said. Like, if you want to get to the next fucking level, you guys, you have to understand how fucking uncomfortable it actually is.
It's literally the way that I explain it to Julia and the way that I explain it to people consistently is like I'm currently sitting in quicksand with just my nose and my mouth sticking out of the fucking sand itself. That's how it feels trying to grow and scale in business, trying to grow and scale on social media, trying to break free of old identity to become the new version of you. That's how I picture entrepreneurship. I am standing in quicksand, and every single day on a daily basis, I'm just fucking chopping my feet trying to get out of the fucking sand. That's it. And you can't have people that are not willing to put in that same work, or we are going to all sink underneath the top.
Dude, and the hard part is you can't even have people that are standing in the same sand as you doing things that aren't getting you out of the sand.
Yeah.
Because some people will fucking work their ass off. They're like, oh, I'm grinding hard. But I'm like, we're still fucking sinking.
Yes.
It's like, doesn't matter.
Yes.
If you're grinding hard, we still sinking.
Yes.
You know? So like, that's the hard part about like, dude, and this is like, even in business, bro, like if you're listening to this and you're a business owner, like there's people on your team right now that are actually fucking you in revenue. You know, the closer that has 15% fucking close rate and you just keep them on the team because you're like,
Because you like them.
oh, they're a good person. I believe in them. And then, but like, you're not giving all your sales calls to your best fucking closer when they're closing at 50% because you like the other one and you want to give them an opportunity and you want to help them grow. Like that's fucking you. That's fucking you.
The editor who you've brought on and have because he's a cute kid or a good person, but he's taking days after days after days after days to do his fucking job and it's slowing up the entire machine, not being able to create content. It's a problem. We have fired so many people over the last 10 years of growing and scaling our businesses, not because they were bad people, not because we didn't like them, not because they didn't have potential, but because they were slowing down where we were trying to go. It does not mean that we didn't like them as an individual. There's a difference between business and personal relationships. A lot of people mesh them together. A lot of people mix them too much. I feel like one of my strong suits, thankfully, has been able to keep that line very separate. Being able to look at people for what they are. Yes, I like you. Yes, you are an individual that I can connect with, but you are in this position because you told me that you are the best for this position. If you do not progress this position, you will not be here anymore. And it doesn't mean I don't like you as a person, but it's actually looking at it at a base level. We brought you into the company for a certain reason. And obviously this is the business side of it, but it's the same as personal. You should have a vision of where you are going in your life. What car you want to drive, what house you want to live in, what you would like to be in the next 5 to 10 to 15 years. If a person does not mesh in a good way to that vision of your life, why are you keeping them there? Well, I knew them when I was in high school. Cool, dog. High school was how long ago? For Nick, 72 years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's a long fucking time, man.
Yeah.
Why are we holding on to people that do not fit into the current life that we are creating? Bro, you cannot jam a fucking circle in the triangle hole. It doesn't work. We learned shapes when we were a kid. People just try to keep people around because it makes them feel a certain way. In reality, it keeps them comfortable. And comfort has been your downfall for a long time.
And like, this is one of my favorite quotes when it comes to entrepreneurship is that in every entrepreneur's journey, when you actually start to become successful, every single one of you will go through what's called the lonely chapter. And the lonely chapter is where you're starting to become a better person. You're starting to level up. You're starting to push yourself to the next level. And because you are doing that, you no longer resonate or connect with the people that you came up with. You no longer resonate with the people that you used to spend time with, that you used to spend time with on the weekends, that you used to talk to on a daily basis. You just don't connect because you're doing different shit. But you're also not personally developed enough to connect to like a higher level version of person. Like you're not personally developed enough to connect to like somebody that's at the level that you're trying to get to. So you're literally just in this fucking process of becoming the person that you want to be, and nobody really understands you because everybody in your life is kind of like, what are you doing? Like, why are you pushing yourself like that? Like, why are you trying to like fucking, who do you think you are? So you start to question yourself and wonder whether or not you're like on the right path. And like that sometimes can cause you to hold on to like people that you know are not good for you because you just don't want to be fucking lonely. Like, dude, when I got like actually fucking sober, like there was a period of time for like 4 months where I'm like, I had no friends, maybe one person that I talked to on a regular basis, maybe 2 if I was lucky. It was just me by myself with my own thoughts, with my fucking vision, grinding it out. And like, that's just the way it was for a long time, bro. Like it was just me and myself and I. And like, that's the path that you have to walk down.
And it was the chosen path that you took. That's what people need to get. It was the chosen path that you took. You could have easily still connected with the individuals that you used to know.
I would still be a drug addict.
Exactly.
To this day.
You would have still been that person. You would have not been able to escape that life. You cannot grow into the person you would like to become hanging around the people that keep you who you were. It's just how it is. It does not mean that when you become ultra successful, you might not still talk to some of the OGs. I've got a couple OG friends that I still talk to today that I knew back when I was young in high school.
Yeah, same.
And they're not entrepreneurial. They're not doing anything crazy. They've got very simplistic, great lives. But when I talk to them, I feel light. They don't want anything from me. They just want to ask how I'm doing. We connect on a deeper level and we move the fuck on. There's nothing reverting back to the past there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because they are not a quote unquote taker.
Mm-hmm.
There are two types of individuals in this world, takers and givers. All right, givers are the people that are consistently trying to pour into everybody else's cup. A lot of entrepreneurs are givers because we would like to solve problems.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we want to give to other people. We are consistently pouring into others. Takers are the ones that are always wanting something from you. It could be financially, it could be mentally, it could be emotionally. They're the people that never check in with you.
Mm.
Bro, my phone barely rings. All right, I know your phone barely rings. It's a normal thing. People like to take. Givers are very rare.
Mm.
The individuals that are consistently sending you a message in the morning being like, yo, how are you? What's up? And they don't want anything back. They just want to know what's going on. You need to be able to disconnect from this type of person if you want to grow. You have to be able to let go. It's just how it is. One of my favorite quotes of all time was, trees don't hang out with the grass even though they started at the same place.
Oh, that's good.
Trees don't hang out with the grass even though they started at the same place.
That's good.
They continue to grow to become what they were meant to be instead of sticking around with the thing that they started with.
Boom.
That is the thing people need to get.
That's the end of the podcast. That's a good fucking quote.
Hope you guys liked the episode of Two Guys, One Mic. Leave a review.
Join us
Goodbye.
next week and we might do Two Guys something else. Peace.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.